Last Thursday evening, as the class of 1985 prepared to receive their diplomas, an unexpected rain chased the early arriving spectators back to their cars. And it wasn't until 15 minutes before the scheduled 6 p.m. starting time that the skies cleared and the commencement began. After the invocation, given by Reverend John Gordon of St. Bartholomew's Church, a farewell address was given by Sharon Netta, class president.
13 years of formal education has come to an end on this day, and tomorrow we are to embark on a journey into the real world, whether it be going on to higher education or taking on the formidable task of entering the job market. Yet before we begin this journey, I would like to take a look at our times in the East Brunswick schools, and then I would like to examine the world around us to see what remedy we must come up with to make our world a better place in which to live. Throughout our years in East Brunswick, together we have shared both times of joy and times of sorrow. In years to come, when we reminisce about our times in EB, we will fondly look back at our times at Camp Fairview and Stokes, our trip to Williamsburg and our semi-formal, and at the senior variety show, the prom, and especially today's ceremony and what it symbolizes. We will also remember with great happiness the many friendships we have made. Unfortunately, we will also look back at some of our times here with great sorrow, the worst being a loss in our dear friend Glenn Libby. These are some of the events that help shape our lives. Yet while today is a day to look back, it is also a day to make plans, to forge ahead with new ideas, to pursue all of our goals. For we must move on. The world in which we live is not a terribly great place. Our world today is full of fear, violence, and suffering. A world in which people fear that man can be destroyed by a nuclear holocaust. A world in which 40 Americans are being held hostage in Beirut. A world in which thousands die daily due to hunger. Yet as I look at the sea of green and white in front of me, I can't help but think that our class is symbolic of hope. That our class has the capability to make this world a better place in which to live. From the beginning of our days at EB, we have tried to accomplish this mission. As sophomores, we defended our right from censorship when that right was attacked by a small group of people after the 1983 variety show. And within the past month, our class has given its all for our starving brothers in Africa. No other class in EBHS history can boast of these accomplishments. Yet we cannot stop now. We cannot rest on our laurels. We must continue, for each one of us makes a difference. When asked how he would like to be remembered, Robert Kennedy told of this George Bernard Shaw quote, "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I like to dream of things that aren't and ask why not." I believe this statement applies to all of us here, every single one of us. We cannot look at the condition the world is in today and simply ask why. Rather, it is our duty to dream of the world as a better place and ask why not. Thank you and congratulations.
Next was valedictorian Susan Streisand.
Welcome to our commencement. Although this day marks the termination of our high school experience, it does not signify the completion of our education. Indeed, the word commencement indicates a beginning. We will begin to gather knowledge in new ways. For some, formal classroom learning will be replaced by knowledge acquired on the job or in military service. And currently, our experiences in school have taught us about life, things that are not found in books. We have learned how to continue in our pursuit of knowledge. We have also attained some degree of discipline and responsibility, traits that each one of us have demonstrated and which have enabled us to reach this milestone in our lives. We have begun to learn how to think, how to budget time, and how to balance the demands of a social life, a job, and schoolwork. Although we have all reached different stages in our growth toward becoming mature citizens, we have begun to acquire the skills that we hope will help us to be happy and to succeed in life. East Brunswick High School, through its dedicated teaching staff, administrators, and counselors, has set the foundation for our ability to handle both the opportunities and the obstacles that will come our way on the path of life. Graduation is here. A whole world of challenges lies in front of us. As we go forth into the world, enriched by our 3 years at Holly Rock High, let us endeavor to be the best people we can be, so that each of us, in his or her own way, can make a contribution to society which will help to make the world a better place in which to live. Thank you and congratulations.
There then followed speeches by Karen Brown, President of the Student Council, High School Principal James Sheeran, and Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joseph Sweeney. And last but not least, the awarding of the diplomas.